What's up, guys? The video game votary here. Days gone. Is it the real deal? Or is it all hype? Let's find out. Welcome back, Video Game Votary Vanguard. It's your boy, the Video Game Votary. We're here with another episode of the Video Game Votary. So we had a couple big releases this past week. Let's start with the first one, Days Gone. Days Gone is a zombie apocalypse style third-person shooter game similar to the likes of The Walking Dead. So I haven't picked up the game yet. I definitely was excited about it. Maybe I'll get it and take it on vacation when I go next week and play it through. So throughout, like looking at my Facebook page, social media, and stuff like that, I'm seeing mixed reviews, just from the general population. What I mean by that is just, regular gamers like me and you. A lot of people have been saying that it's not that great a game. You got some people say that they enjoy the game. And apparently IGN released a review and was saying that it wasn't that good and that it had repetitive missions, basically purposeless open world and unsatisfying storyline. But again, I've said before in the past in my previous videos and stuff like that, that you can't always go off of the review. You have to get your own opinion about it. Same thing with people in general, or anything in general. Get your own opinion about it, people. Don't just go off of because IGN rated it. They're supposed to be critical. Like, that's why they're critics, and that's why they're out there. But it's some games that people just say, or critics say, that's not that good, and actually a fun game that you could really possibly enjoy. So I wouldn't base my decision on what IGN says. I wouldn't base my decision on what anybody says. I'm going to try it for myself and find out. So needless to say, I'll probably be picking that up to take that on vacation with me, playing that through. I had plans of maybe doing Kingdom Hearts, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But I know I need to get some more recent games because I've been doing some retro stuff lately. Also, another game, big release that I may also pick up too is Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, some people is mixed reviews. You got some people saying it's not that good, and for the most part, I'm hearing that the game is really good. I was excited about it. I was excited about the previews and the trailers and stuff like that. I'm also seeing good reaction to the Nintendo Switch version as well, which is good to know too. In case you want to play Mortal Kombat mobilely, you can pick that up on your Switch. So maybe I'll grab both of those and take the PlayStation with me down there. It's always easy to take the Switch because it's almost smaller and compact, compact and stuff like that. So I don't know, but if you haven't picked those up, head over to your local game store and your e-store, PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, stuff like that, and download those games. Also, the PS5 was officially announced. I know there was a leak and there was a conversation about some of the hardware, but it's being officially announced. But apparently, we will not see it this fiscal year. It won't be to the next fiscal year. The fiscal year is not the same as the physical year, so we won't see the PS5 until after April of 2020. I'm guessing it's going to be a release of November, because that's when a lot of consoles get released and big games, so that it's there for the holiday season. And if it does come out, it will definitely come out before Black Friday and Christmas. I can guarantee you that. That's smart marketing from a sales perspective. So I'll be on the lookout for it. Towards the end of next year. We know they're not making an appearance at E3, so we'll just see how that goes. I'm excited to see the PS5, honestly. So we'll see what's going on. The PS4. While we're on the subject of Sony, the PS4 is nearing 100 million physical sales. They had $12.8 billion in digital revenue, which is an insane amount for a console that's been out close to 5 years. That's insane. So shout out to Sony and congratulations on the success of the PS4. Zero Page is we'll move on from PlayStation. Zero Page, he is a custom modder. He spent 7 years developing the Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers game, and developing a port for it to run on the Commodore 64. And it was a great looking port. John Hancock had did a video of him playing it on his C64 Mini, and the game looks great. It's almost identical to the original game, but unfortunately, Nintendo rained down on Zero Page's parade even though it's still available, but they did release and demand a takedown of that game and port. Um, my my opinion on that, I just feel like the game has been out for so long. The game is done what it's done. Zero Page, he's a modder. He's a gamer like me and you. He's not making any money off of this port. I don't even think he's selling it. There's apparently it's still available. If you know how to search online, you can still get the port. But I just feel like he's not making any money off of it. So it's like, what's the big deal? You know, he's a fan. He wanted to see it on Commodore 64, even if it wasn't intended for that purpose. I just feel like at a certain point, 20 plus years, he's not affecting you. He's not taking any money out of your pocket. I could see if he redid the Super Mario Odyssey or something that's still currently in your current generation of consoles, and you're still making money off of it. So I don't agree with that at all. That's something that's exciting for homebrew developers and stuff like that still want to play their retro consoles and want to experience a different experience in different games. So I mean, that guy worked 7 years on it. I just feel like at the very least reach out to him and work something out, and maybe he can help push Nintendo as well. There's always a way to do something, but I don't agree with that. I mean, he worked 7 years on it. It's just like, man, I don't know. But my opinion on it, I don't really agree with it. I do understand it, but I don't really agree with it because it's been so long. They made their money off of Super Mario World. They still will be. Like, just because he made a port for the Commodore 64 doesn't mean, like, no one's ever going to buy the original Super Mario Brothers. It's just not going to happen. So, it's not that big a deal. So next topic I want to discuss is, if you guys have been watching all this week, you notice that I have recently changed my online handle, and that's all on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Flipboard, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, as well as Nintendo. I changed everything to Video Game VOTARY. I'll be going by the Video Game VOTARY as well as the channel. It's just a lot simpler. That's my name. That's my brand. It's all mine. So the website, everything is all Video Game VOTARY. So if you're looking to just get in touch with me, connect with me socially, watch me, make different posts, I've changed everything to Video Game VOTARY. So that's all you got to put in on any social media platform or any video game platform, including PC. I'm Video Game VOTARY all the way around. So you can find me very easily. I created a new Facebook page. My name is Video Game VOTARY. I made it like a regular profile, but I got that name in there to kind of, promote the channel, promote the brand. But I have a like page too, but you have limitations with the like page. You're not able to interact and do certain things that you normally would with a normal profile. So that's why I went about it. I've had some people that had issues with it and say, oh, it's not your name, but I link it directly back here. You guys are able to see my face and identify me. And if you guys don't know, my real name is Marcus. I've been getting a lot of that, but not too much, So if you're looking for me, want to contact me, especially like on Facebook. I met a bunch of people on Facebook in this past week, and I got new subscribers from there. Welcome to the channel, by the way. And so if you're looking to just communicate with me socially and just have different conversations and watch my random posts and stuff like that, just hit me up. Search Video Game VOTARY on any social media platform, and there you'll find me. So moving on. Also, while we're on the topic of Facebook, while I was on there, I thought of an idea. You're an up and coming and aspiring YouTuber like myself. We all know YouTube has certain guidelines that you have to, and thresholds that you have to cross before you make any type of money. Now, I'm not looking to become a millionaire. I think some of us are not. We just want to do something new, express how we feel and our opinions about video games, and also share with other video gamers and other YouTubers. But we also put some sort of money into it, no matter what your setup is. I know I've spent some money, which I don't mind, but we all spend some money, whether that be on our phones, lighting equipment, webcams, your capture cards, whatever you did to spend money and set your channel up. You would like to recoup some of that money. The YouTube rules are you got 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch minutes in order to even make money off of advertisements. And that's not even by the view. That's just, by advertisers. And that is actually by the view as well. So it's not by views per se for each episode. So I developed a YouTube support group for other YouTubers up and coming, no matter the genre. If it's video games, it'd be better. But the objective of that is, if you search it on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook, YouTube support group, I designed that to help other up and coming YouTubers basically cross that threshold so that we can begin to recruit some of our money that we put out to create this content. And actually, we're still, even if we're on a smaller level than some of the larger YouTube names, we still contributing to YouTube in order, they're making money before we making money, a long time before, unless we go viral overnight, and we all know that's not the case. So the objective in there is to get 1,000 people into this Facebook group, and we all subscribe to each other. That way we all cross that threshold that's very, very difficult to achieve just starting out, but from there, it's up to you to create the content to keep people drawn in to get your watch time and stuff like that. So if you guys are an up-and-coming YouTuber and you come across this channel, go on Facebook, type in YouTube support group, and there you'll find it. I'm the admin in that group. And send a request to join the group, and we'll add you in, and we'll subscribe to your channel. I normally do a sub for sub thing because I just appreciate people doing it, even though it's free. Some people just won't subscribe to your channel for whatever reason. It's beyond me, but whatever the case may be. So guys, looking for some support for your YouTube support group on Facebook. So next, I want to discuss my trips this year. We're going to a couple expos this year, coming up real soon. We're probably about a month away from the first one, the biggest one being E3. So that'd be the biggest one. That's in I believe it's June the 10th through the 13th or something like that, or 13th through the 16th. It'd be in Los Angeles at the Convention Center. I will be there. I'll be recording. I'll be live. I will be getting back to you with exclusive footage, content, news, you name it. I'll be there. Also, right after that, after E3, that weekend, I'm going to fly to Seattle, and I'll be there for the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. So I'll be live there at the swap meet. So if you see me, I'll have on Video Game VOTARY clothing, t-shirts, or whatever, and just walk up to me and we can conversate, stuff like that. So I'll be at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo right after E3 that following weekend, that Saturday and Sunday. Can't remember the dates right on top of my head. Also in October, I'll be flying to Portland for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So I'll be there live as well, doing coverage, delivering news, breaking news, and whatever else we find out at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So I'm also looking forward to the panels and meeting some of my favorite YouTubers and stuff like that. That already set some things up where I'm been in contact with John Riggs and John Hancock, a couple other people. So I'm looking forward to meeting them people. Also Seattle, I'm looking forward to going to Seattle and taking a trip to the Pink Gorilla Gaming, which is forgetting her name right on top of my head, but she is a constant guest on Metal Jesus Rocks YouTube channel. It's Kelsey Lewin. That's her store, Pink Gorilla Gaming. She has 2 stores in Seattle, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, and looking forward to the experience and going to see that. So that's what's coming up as far as trips and exclusive expo news and stuff like that. Also, I want to discuss Arcade 1-Up. They recently released Mortal Kombat cabinet, and so now I've seen them, and I wanted to get one, but I wasn't like super pressed to get one. But now they just been kind of getting my attention more and more. So I'm thinking about actually doing like an arcade devoted to the Arcade 1-Ups, just because they're actually cheaper. Even though they're smaller, they're cheaper, and they are more readily available than some of the larger arcade cabinets. So be looking forward to me doing that when I do my Video Game VOTARY venue tour, which is down here in the Man Cave. I would like to have some of those 1-Ups readily available and be able to be on display and be ready for play when my buddies come over, the boys, or anybody else come down to the basement. We can have some fun. Also, GameStop. Now, if you've been watching 20-Hour Tuesdays the past month or so, we've been going to GameStop, taking advantage of the 4 for 20, which is any $9.99 and under pre-owned games. You can get them for $20. But they have recently changed that to 2 for 20. But they did up the scale as far as which games qualify. It's now $14.99 and under. So it's now 2 for 20 and not 4 for 20. So I hope you guys took advantage of that deal when they had it to build your collection if that's what you're looking for. Also, I took a trip to the Glen Burnie location Now I know it's from talking to different people on social media, communicating with them, that it was different game shops probably outside of Maryland, from what I know, had retro games and consoles in stock and available for the people to purchase. And I know they've always been available to purchase online, but I went in the Glen Burnie location and they actually had retro game consoles and games in stock ready to be purchased. So that was my first time seeing it. So of course my eyes lit up like light bulbs. So I was excited to see that. It's definitely good to see. And I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. I would imagine that it's got, you got some retro game stores that's around on a smaller scale that kind of had that market. And I feel like they're trying to move it on that market. But I still feel like support your local businesses as well, because you want to keep them afloat. And they were definitely the ones there. I guess they're more in tune with the actual customer, and GameStop being on a bigger and larger scale. And actually, a lot of their games, from what I seen, was kind of expensive, more than what you see online. And I know certain games like Mario, Zelda, they hold their value. You're not really getting any of that stuff any cheaper. But it seemed like they were kind of expensive for some of them. And even with the consoles, for instance, you can see the original NES. I think you can get them for like 70 or 80 bucks sometimes. That'll be refurbished. The seller will clean them and stuff like that. I know mine I got for a good price and it's in really, really good condition. But they wanted at GameStop, I think they wanted $100, $120 or whatever case may be. So it's kind of expensive, and I think they just trying to, in a sense, kind of corner the market, or whatever. But I think that's cool of them to add that, because they know, retro gaming right now is probably high as it's been in a while. It's actually a thing now. So I guess shout out to them, and shout out to all the local stores as well. So also, if you want to get in touch with me, like I told you, the online handle has changed to Video Game Votary. If you want to get in touch with me, the website, thevideogamevotary.wordpress.com. That's official website of Video Game Votary. Video Game Votary podcast available on all podcast platforms. That's the audio from each episode, so you can check that out. All the links to the podcast as well as the YouTube videos are available on thevideogamevotary.wordpress.com. Also, if you want to donate straight to the Video Game Votary, help pay for flights, equipment, send me to expos, whatever the case may be, www.patreon.com/Video Game Votary. You can donate straight to that, being that I'm not making any money for doing this, which I don't mind because I enjoy doing it, but it'd be nice to recoup some of my money for the stuff that I spent and for the time that I put out, which would be pretty cool. I think it just sucks. You should be able to make money off advertisements right away. So YouTube, you should definitely change that. So we're going to end the episode on that note. This has been another episode of the Video Game Votary. I'm your boy, the Video Game Votary. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a link right here in the description. Not in the description, but at the end of the video, it's a subscribe button that you click on that. Subscribe to it if you haven't. Also, there's one right below the description here in the video. So thanks for tuning in. It's your boy, Video Game Votary.